GIS shows up on every AP Human Geography exam, but most students confuse it with GPS or remote sensing. Here's exactly what GIS is, how it works, and how to recognize a GIS question the moment you see one.
GIS stands for Geographic Information System. It's a computer-based tool that captures, stores, layers, and analyzes geographic data on a digital map. The defining feature is layers. Each layer holds one theme, like population, roads, or flood risk, stacked on top of each other so geographers can study how places relate. GIS is the main geospatial technology tested in Unit 1, but it shows up across multiple units of the exam. A GIS combines 5 components: hardware, like computers and tablets; software, like ArcGIS, QGIS, or Google Earth; spatial data, which means anything tied to a real-world location; people who run the analysis; and methods, which are the rules for combining and querying data. When you see all 5 working together, that's a full GIS. Imagine printing each dataset on its own transparent sheet: roads on one, population on another, flood risk on a third. Lay them on a light table and patterns emerge. For example, busy roads crossing floodplains inside dense neighborhoods. That's how a digital GIS works, just with georeferenced data and software queries. Analysts can turn layers on and off, adjust transparency, or run questions like select all neighborhoods inside the flood polygon with median age over 65. This is the mental picture the College Board wants you to have. When an FRQ asks how GIS works, lead with layers and spatial analysis, not software brands. Naming ArcGIS or QGIS doesn't earn the point. Explaining the layered analysis does. Memorize concrete examples for FRQs. City planning, layering zoning, traffic, and school districts to choose where to build a fire station. Public health, plotting case locations beside hospitals and vulnerable populations to plan outbreak response. Disaster response, combining flood maps, road networks, and shelters to plan evacuations. Retail site selection, stacking demographics, competitor locations, and traffic to pick a new store location. Precision agriculture, layering soil grids, yield monitors, and rainfall to vary fertilizer rates field by field. 3 terms get confused on the exam. GPS finds where you are. It's a satellite system that returns coordinates to a device, like the dot on your phone map. Remote sensing collects information from above, using satellites, aircraft, or drones to capture images and scans of Earth's surface. GIS is the analysis environment. It takes GPS coordinates, remote sensing imagery, and dozens of other layers, and runs queries across them. The quick rule: GPS locates, remote sensing observes, GIS layers and analyzes. The College Board uses predictable patterns. Look for stems that mention multiple datasets combined for one decision. Verbs like overlay, hotspot, buffer, or suitability analysis. Real-world planning scenarios like site selection, districting, or evacuation routing. If the prompt only shows a satellite image with no analysis described, it's remote sensing. If it only describes finding exact coordinates, it's GPS. If multiple layers come together to support a planning decision, it's GIS. For higher scoring FRQs, name a limitation: garbage in, garbage out. Stale or biased data leads to misleading maps. Cost barriers, since enterprise software and trained staff are expensive. Skill demands, since real spatial analysis requires statistics literacy. Visual certainty bias, where smooth shading implies precision the data doesn't actually support. and privacy ethics, because fine-scale household data can harm communities if shared carelessly. Mentioning one of these earns you the analytical credit graders look for.
The link below has 22 flashcards and 16 AP-style practice questions on GIS. They're built to help you ace the AP exam. Go ahead and try them. Subscribe for new AP videos every week.